Good evening and welcome. This is Geoff Thompson bringing you martial arts festival of fun here at the Paris Bercy, the 9th festival of martial arts. This event attracted 20,000 people in this 2-day festival. And as you can see, a packed house looking forward to an absolutely wonderful menu of Bushido. Our first demonstration, Kudo, the Japanese form of archery. The first demonstration of Kudo being performed by Michael Martin. For those viewers back home who are unfamiliar with this very traditional form of Japanese weaponry, it is all in the performance, in the preparation. And as you can see, the mythology is quite intense. Those long bows were used to hit targets in feudal Japan within the warring clans for up to 200 meters and were meant to pierce armor with great and damning effect. As we can see, the precision required, sometimes not always finding its mark. But as I said, the objective is not to hit the target. It is the art and the preparation. This traditional form of weaponry is still finding great popularity in Europe and has a very strong following in France. In Britain, we have our own Michael Finn, one of the foremost authorities on weapons. And as we see here, another member of Michael Martin's group tries to hit the target. Yet again, the target being missed, but as you can see, the aura of these performers is quite something. We take a look again. The only movement taking place within the release. The third attempt by the third member of the team. And success. And the crowd are really appreciating that because they know just how much goes into it. And look at that posture and concentration. You see again. Targets hit. And this very appreciative and knowledgeable crowd giving a warm response to the Japanese art of Kudo. Next up, we see a quite amazing demonstration. Shui Zhao. I hope my pronunciation is right. Mi Yuan actually leading this group. And I think we'll see something quite special. This combat, a form of wrestling, grappling and kicking. Some 5,000 years old, but as you can see, the energy providing that energy, enthusiasm, and obvious high degrees of technical excellence. As we can see within the group, a very multicultural representation, showing the number of countries that this martial art has been able to cover in its historical journey to the performance we're seeing tonight. Number of parries and blocks, takedowns, kicks and sweeps. You see a look here, look at the throws. Nice fluid movement, kicks, punches. Great control. Excellent highlights from this wonderful art. But the lights have been dimmed for our next performer, Jean Finette, nicknamed the Canadian Tornado, one of the most popular martial artists in the world. Kata, the form of prearranged movements, his speciality, and performed to music. And as you can see, a great favorite with the crowd. We're not sure what Kata is performing tonight, but it's normally special. Let's take a look. Adding the martial arts own version of a gymnastic equivalent of floor dance. Look at that. The crowd loving it. And Jean Finette loving it. Jean Finette's also developed a film career, and as for those of you who followed the Police Academy films, you'll see here the type of skills, performance and charisma that have made him popular throughout the world. So, Jean Finette brings us up to the end of the first break of the Festival of Martial Arts. This is Geoff Thompson. We'll be right back. Back to the 9th Festival of Martial Arts. The Paris Bercy Stadium comes alive. And we are seeing something quite unique tonight. The Les Monis de Shaolin, the monks of Shaolin. For those of you martial arts enthusiasts, we are seeing something quite unique. Because these individuals are traditional Shaolin Buddhists. train from the age of 11 years. They eat, sleep, and train martial arts. 7 hours a day, 7 days per week. The only holidays, it said, is when they perform for the Chinese public. And as you can see here tonight, for this very appreciative crowd. The master in charge of the group is Shidakan. Let's just sit back and enjoy a quite unique happening. Quite superb. As you can see, athleticism, ability, technique, tropes within a spiritual base of Buddhist expression. And the French crowd loving it. As I said earlier, they all enter the temple at the age of 11 years. Those of you viewers who know just how dangerous that chain and spear can be and the speed it moves at can appreciate the true skill being expressed by this exponent. Quite amazing. Oh yes. Apart from the daily training ritual of hand-to-hand combat, as we see there, weapons playing a very vital part of these Buddhist monks' training regime. Now seeing a broadsword demonstration. Look at the concentration. Look at that agility. Well, as I say, it's a breathless performance. And each performer seems older as we progress to this very impressive team of performers. It is said in martial arts history that as far back as the 1300s, the journey from India to China by the monks required a need for them to defend themselves on the arduous journeys. And it was in China where these skills were honed and developed, spiritually and physically, that then saw them move forward around 15 to 1600 to Okinawa. From then on to Japan, and then after the Second World War to Europe. What we're seeing here is the preparation for key energy, the essence of spiritual balance, focus, and energy for Shaolin monks. Strapping of the waist is to try and contain the key energy to the desired areas for performance. Almost part of a chi warm-up. And as I thought, he is warming up for something quite special. Many great feats can be performed once that chi energy has been focused, that inner energy. We'll just have to wait and see. Two of these fellow monks are now going to strike vital areas. And believe me, there was nothing pulled back there. Look at this. Groin and kidney kicks. As he prepares himself again. See another demonstration of this incredible chi energy. Look at this. Well, he's tried the back, now his assistant's going to try the front. He signals him to go for that break. And the test of the abdominal strength there being shown. Adopts a deeper stance. Showing that that energy can be utilized at any part of the body. We're seeing systematic attacks to every single part of his body. Now that was quite something. And for those of you watching at home, any of you young viewers, don't try that. That takes years and years of training. Quite incredible. Shidakan looking on. The master in charge of this quite incredible group. As we said, this group performs for the public on their holidays. Their actual day of work requires 7 hours a day, 7 days a week of arduous training. That culminates tonight in what you're seeing. A quite unique demonstration of one of the hidden arts of the martial arts. I'm not quite sure what that bowl will be doing on that exponent's stomach, but I'm sure we're going to find out soon. Members of the public are being invited to actually test as to whether that bowl is actually attached to his stomach. And what we've got there is an air vacuum at the moment. Quite a few of the French male fraternity wishing to see if it's for real. But I think they've given up. No. No, they've agreed. Authentic. But that in itself, another demonstration of key energy. That's only the beginning, I'm sure, as we're about to find out. Well, you can see the mark. You can see the concentration of energy. And although they may not look much to the human eye, or for the novice, or the first-time spectator, believe me, some quite incredible feats of technical and spiritual excellence being performed here tonight. Now we're seeing one of the more better-known, characterized Chinese forms, the monkey dance. All of these moves you're seeing actually work in a combat situation. The crane, the tiger, the monkey, all having their foundations within the martial arts and a Shaolin monk. A quite excellent demonstration from the Les Monies de Shaolin. And the French crowd absolutely appreciating what has been a quite excellent demonstration from what is normally behind closed doors as a hidden art. So the Les Monies de Shaolin bring us to the end of part 2 of the Festival of Martial Arts. Part 3 of the 9th Festival of Martial Arts. Now seeing a Jiu-Jitsu demonstration performed by Eric Paris. This is a mixture of traditional martial art, yet again, with a modern delivery in one of the earliest forms. performers, and I'm sure it helps the viewers, as well as adding a dimension of colour and drama we're about to see here. Wonderfully fluid moves, well rehearsed, and as you can see, an excellent demonstration by Eric Parise and his team. And although traditional and modern, working together there, as you can see. Tradition doesn't have to be compromised for a modern and progressive dimension, as we see here in slow motion. Quite excellent technique by Eric Parise. Fluidity of movement, quite unique. Kicks, punches, throws, blocks, arm locks, all forming part of Jiu-Jitsu's overall arsenal of defense. Deflected, spinning kick, and a kick to the midsection, followed by an arm lock, just to ensure there's nothing in return. Next up, we have the Shidakan demonstration being performed from Yoshigi Sensei Tenstan, a former student from the Masayama Kokushinkai Dojo. Yoshigi Sensei now mixing an element of kickboxing and Taekwondo for his new style of Shidakan. Breaking also not only forms part of the Kokushinkai foundation in mind over matter, made famous by the world famous master Masayama. But as we can see, Yoshigi not losing any of his traditional route in this demonstration tonight, as he kicks through a baseball bat. Not actually sure if he actually went fully through that, as we see in slow motion again. I think the students may have actually let the baseball bat go, just as Sensei Yoshigi actually went through. But he actually did it on the second go. As we can see there, missed on the first attempt, but broke it on the second. Now we're seeing a Kubudo demonstration. Master Shudo. Yet again, another traditional Okinawan martial art. The bow, used by the Okinawans during the Japanese occupation. In the day, they would use them as farming implements. In the evening, they would practice in secret. The art of stick fighting, with the long stick very much part of the Okinawan traditional weapon arsenal. Seeing a bow kata being performed here by one of Master Shudo's students. and group pair work being performed. Master Oshiro, one of the generations of real Okinawan masters, with a 6th dan in Kabuto and a 5th dan in Gojoru. Mr. Oshiro now working with the 3-section staff. Those of you aware of the far more popularized nunchaku, this is the extended version. And we're now seeing defense against the long stick. For those of you who are used to the nunchaku, the rice flails, you'll see it's hard enough working with 2, but Master Oshiro is now working with the 3 sections to great effect and skill. As you can see the precision here, almost life-threatening at times, but these are masters. And as you can see, the control, exceptional. Look at this. Precision. Each aspect flowing, blocked, swept, and followed. Master Oshiro taking his bow from a very appreciative crowd. You see here again in slow motion. All 3 sections of the staff. And look at that. Just missing. Parried. Middle section deflection and block. Each aspect of that 3-section staff being an effective weapon of self-defense and attack. Our next demonstration from the French national team Kata champions is our European champions for 1993. The European team Kata champions consisting of Milol, Laurent Rico and Yves Bordiot, performing the Kata Unsu. Kata form of pre-arranged movements of imaginary opponents. These team members will be marked on their ability to synchronize this very focused Kata with judgment being given by referees. Well, there we have it. The European Team Kata champions in the last year's 1993 European Championships held in Prague. Milol, Rico and Bordeaux giving an excellent performance of the Kata Unsu. Look at this precision. Many hours of arduous training to produce a performance like this. Shidakan, one of the more widely popularized and practiced styles in the world. But our next demonstration also demonstrates the sporting aspect of the martial arts with Taekwondo. Master Pak Mun-so, a former Korean champion. Taekwondo now is an Olympic sport and was given its birth at the Seoul Olympics in 1988. But the martial art has a strong military foundation and is still widely practiced in Korea as well as all over the world. Olympic recognition has really helped Taekwondo's growth. Master Pak Mun-so is a 5th Dan. And I'm sure we're going to see something quite special. The martial art still focuses on breaking. Well, as I said, there's the martial art and there's the sport. I think we just saw the martial art. Look at this. It's quite difficult to normally break a piece of wood with having 4 or 5 people behind it. That was just an elevated piece of board, which lends to Master Pak Mun-so's kicking ability. Now a demonstration of tile breaking. As I said, for those of you younger viewers, this takes years and years of practice. And if you do want to attempt this, you go to a recognized martial arts club. And I think you'll find after 15 or 20 years it might just be possible. But that is quite an incredible height that Master Pak Mun-so is going to attempt to break 3 roof tiles. Focusing and taking a nice run up, as one would expect. Well, I now can see what the 2 students were doing mid-flow in his run-up. But the athleticism of some of these performers is quite incredible here tonight. And Master Pak Mun-so showing Taekwondo's versatility as a martial art and now as an Olympic sport. Warmly appreciated by this very informed French martial arts crowd. Take a look at this. Hop up. And I think 2 of the 3, I'm not quite sure, but he made contact. All I can say is I wouldn't actually stand in the way of one of those kicks. Next up, Viet Bulawa. Originating from Vietnam, Master Sudu. Showing yet again the cultural diversity and world of martial arts and Bushido. Can see precision of a very high order indeed. Well, that was quite special. As we get a chance to see it here again. Look at this in slow motion. Great stuff. Xiao Dao showing a double scissors takedown there against two opponents. Now we're seeing Jiao Thompson actually performing breaking techniques. As part of this Viet Dao demonstration here tonight. Well, this is something. I thought he was going to kick through these tiles, but the tiles have actually been broken over his foot. Look at this. Well, all I can say, it's normally the other way round. The drums acting as a focus. Well, normally he would strike the tiles, but I'm not sure what we're going to see here tonight. And yet again, the reverse. The tiles are actually broken over his fingers. Look at that focus and concentration. Well, we're seeing it from all angles, and yes, viewers, it's true. He's actually reversed the breaking mode. And warmly appreciated this demonstration of Viet Dao by Master Sudu and Jiao Thompson. We come to the end of part 3 from the Festival of Martial Arts. This is Geoff Thompson. I'll be right back. Festival of Martial Arts this year at Paris Bercy. We've seen already a quite amazing festival of martial arts demonstrations from all parts of the globe. But we're seeing a return, and I'm not sure if it's by popular demand, but the Les Mardis de Shaolin are making a return. And I'm not sure what they're going to do second time round, but I'm sure it'll be exciting. For those viewers just joining us, this really is a treat and a martial arts milestone we're seeing here tonight. These monks actually traveled from Japan via China, and from the age of 11 years, they have ate, slept and trained within a 7-hour, 7-day-a-week regime. Seeing a demonstration of ki energy yet again. That inner energy. Process of breathing, concentration, and then contraction. Trapping the energy to the desired part of the body. This member of the team was quite impressive in the earlier demonstration. I just wonder what we're going to see next. He seems about ready, but I must admit, I don't think I'm actually going to try and say anything here, but well, excuse my silence, but that was me just absorbing what I had just seen, and I'm sure we're going to see it in slow motion again. Well, there is an amazing demonstration of chi energy. What would normally be used to take down the double doors of a Shaolin temple, actually being repelled and resisted by an amazing demonstration of abdominal, outer and inner strength. Back to the action. ritualized warming and containing of that energy. It's where the exponent feels he's then ready to be tested by his fellow monks. Yet again, I'm not sure what the test is going to be. Extending of the stomach in what is like to be quite an incredible demonstration of chi energy. Well, all I can say is that is quite amazing. Well, Chi Yang Chow doing something quite amazing, and all I can do is say to the viewers at home, please don't attempt this in any way, shape, form or guise. These individuals have been training all their life. And as we can see here, that isn't just about strength, it's about an inner strength. Look at this. Casually spun by his fellow members of this quite impressive Lemonese de Shaolin demonstration team. Yet again, we're seeing something quite unique here tonight. For those of you who do ardently watch the Shaolin Kung Fu movies, you will see this as one of the tests that is given to the monks within their daily regime of training, as a test of their overall development. The performance of techniques on these posts are to test their agility, balance and concentration, as we see there. Great stuff. Almost effortless. Two members of this demonstration group take the center stage, or should I say pole stage. And what they have to work with is quite incredible. Pair work, blocks, parries, being done with virtually no room for error. But I'm not sure if they've fallen out. But an excellent demonstration of pair work onto the traditional combat logs. Quite impressive stuff we're seeing here. This certainly has been the highlight for me tonight. We are really seeing a traditional mystical revelation tonight that brings to an end a quite magnificent 9th Festival of Martial Arts. I never cease to be amazed as to what they come up with next, year after year. But a wonderful feast here brought to you tonight. This is Geoff Thompson bringing you action from the Festival of Martial Arts. See you again.